Long ago, in the ancient river city of Silver Haven, there lived a poor but kind-hearted man named Adam. He dwelt in a tiny cottage with his gentle wife, Anna, and their 2 little children. Each dawn Adam shouldered his tools and walked to the market square, hiring out his strong arms to whoever needed a helper. With the few copper coins he earned, he bought bread and milk so that his small family might not sleep hungry. Though their cupboard held no treasures, their hearts brimmed with honesty and hope. One golden afternoon, as the river mist curled between the stone bridges, Adam was trudging home when he noticed an old man sitting beneath a cypress tree. The stranger's cloak was patched and travel-worn, his silver beard trembled with weariness, and his eyes held the gray sorrow of rain clouds. Adam's footsteps slowed. Kindness tugged at his sleeve. "Grandfather," he asked softly, "why do you rest here alone? Has trouble found you?" The elder lifted a trembling hand. "3 suns have risen since I last tasted bread. I set out to find my lost son, yet bandits seized my satchel and left me with nothing but thirst." Tears glittered in Adam's eyes. From the pouch at his belt he drew the very coins he had earned that day, coins meant for his children's supper. He pressed them into the old man's palm. "Take these, and buy warm food and rest." The stranger stared as though the coins were made of starlight. "But your little ones, what will they eat?" Adam smiled, the smile of one who trusts the turning of the world. "Kindness travels in circles. It will find its way back to them. For now, your need is greater." He walked on, leaving the elder gazing after him. The old man lifted his face to the evening sky and whispered, "May the road bless that generous soul and bring him joy in the hour of his longing." When Adam reached the cottage, he told Anna everything. Her heart quailed, for the bread bin was empty and the children's cheeks were already hollow. 2 days have passed without a crumb," she murmured. "The little ones cry themselves to sleep." Adam took her hands. "Patience, beloved. The same wide sky that feeds the swallows will not forget us." Night folded the city in indigo wings. While the children whimpered with hunger, Adam and Anna sat beside their pallet, weaving courage out of silence. Before dawn, Adam rose, kissed the foreheads of his sleeping darlings, and set out once more. All morning he wandered the twisting lanes, offering his labor at every workshop. "Come back tomorrow," said the baker. "We have no work today," replied the potter. Door after door closed gently in his face. Weary and faint, Adam turned homeward. At the corner of Marble Arch, he noticed a splendid carriage halted in distress. Its gold-rimmed wheel had splintered on the cobblestones, and the rich merchant beside it, Victor by name, paced in agitation. "Is there no honest soul to aid me?" Victor cried. Adam stepped forward. "I can mend it, master, if you will allow." Beneath the blazing noon, his fingers flew, levering, fitting, hammering the stubborn rim. Sweat blurred his sight, yet he worked steadily, for need had taught him endurance. At last the wheel sat true. Victor wiped his brow. "Accept these silver crowns as wage," he said, offering a purse fat enough to feed a family for a month. Adam shook his head. "I sought only to help, not to bargain. May your journey be safe." The merchant's eyes widened. Such refusal was rarer than rubies. "Tell me your dwelling, good man, that I may remember you." Adam gave his street and name, then walked away, pockets as light as when he had come. Behind him, Victor stood thoughtful beneath the cypress shadows, already turning the memory like a bright coin in his mind. When Adam stepped into the cottage at twilight, his hands were empty, but hope still glimmered faintly in his breast. Tears spilled down Anna's cheeks. "Adam, what shall we do now? Hunger will make our little ones ill." Adam drew her close. "Patience, dear heart. Mercies will turn swiftly. As I helped another, help will find us." That night, while the moon silvered the river, Adam knelt beside the straw pallet and whispered a quiet prayer filled with hope. "Kind stars above, guard my children. May the bread we lack return to us on invisible wings." At dawn a knock rattled the cottage door. A servant in sea green livery bowed. "Are you Adam?" My master, the merchant Victor, requests your presence. Adam glanced at Anna, then followed the stranger through streets that smelled of baking rye, until they reached a mansion of white marble and rose quartz windows. Inside, Victor sat among velvet-cushioned friends. Behold, Victor declared, the man who refused reward. A plum trader named Jeffrey drummed his fingers. Good deeds can be clever masks. Let us test him. He poured a heap of golden coins across the cedar table. Take this fortune, fellow. Only shout insults at the beggar outside. One moment of scorn for lifetime wealth. Adam's stomach cramped with hunger, yet his voice stayed steady. A coin earned by wounding another would burn my pocket. Keep your gold. I will keep my word. Victor's eyes shone. You have proven your heart is truer than minted gold. Become my partner. Ride with my pack horses. But I know only the language of shovel and saw. Adam protested. I will teach you the alphabet of trade. Victor replied. First journey. Travel to the northern kingdom and bring back my silks and spices. Accept, and your family shall never hunger again. Victor pressed a pouch of gleaming coins into Adam's palm. Tonight, fill your table. Tomorrow, fill your saddlebags. Adam hurried to the market. He bought warm loaves, honey, lentils, and a twist of saffron for Anna. When he entered the cottage, the children danced round his legs like happy sparrows. Anna wept joyful tears. See how kindness has returned on swifter feet than any pack of horses. That evening, for the first time in many nights, laughter seasoned the soup. After supper, Adam gave thanks to the listening stars, then laid his traveling cloak beside the door. At sunrise, he mounted the horse Victor had provided, pockets holding a sealed letter addressed to Master Otto in the distant northern kingdom, and set off along the river road while Anna and the children waved from the threshold, their bellies full and their hopes aloft. Adam set his face toward the northern kingdom. The road unrolled like a gray ribbon across hills the color of old bronze. At dusk he reached a stone lodge where firelight danced on weather-worn walls. He tethered his horse, settled in a quiet corner, and broke a crust of bread. A rasping voice rose from the shadows. Water. Will no one give me water? Adam hurried to the courtyard, where a traveler lay on a straw mat, shivering though the night was mild. The man's cheeks were sunken, his lips cracked. Adam lifted his leather flask. Drink, friend. The stranger swallowed gratefully. I am Elias, once a healer myself, now too weak to stand. For 2 days no one has dared approach me. Adam shared his bread and spread his own cloak over the sick man. All night he fanned the fevered brow, humming the lullabies his mother once sang to him. When dawn washed the battlements gold, Elias sat up. Color returned to his face. You have given me life twice, he said, pressing a small linen pouch into Adam's hand. These rare mountain herbs cure many ills. May they serve you on your road. Adam bowed in thanks, tucked the pouch inside his vest, and rode on. Days later the white walls of the northern kingdom glimmered beneath snowy peaks. Adam delivered Victor's letter to Master Otto, who loaded the horse with bales of silk and sacks of pepper, cinnamon, and saffron. Guard them well, Otto warned. Their worth could buy a castle. Adam was adjusting the saddle when bells clanged, horns blared, and messengers ran through the streets crying, the princess lies unconscious. The royal physicians despair. Adam thought of Elias's herbs. Without pausing to weigh fear, he sprinted toward the palace gates. Guards crossed spears. Stand aside, laborer. I carry a medicine that may waken Princess Zara, Adam pleaded. A passing counselor, Sir Aldrich, overheard. Let the stranger speak, he commanded. In the velvet-draped chamber, King Edmund bent over his daughter's pale form. Adam knelt, offered the pouch, and told how a dying healer had gifted them. The court physician unwrapped the fragrant leaves, inhaled, and marveled. Moonheart herb. I have read of it in scrolls older than these towers. A brew was prepared. Drops touched the princess's lips. Long moments later her lashes fluttered. Eyes the color of violets opened. Father, she murmured. Joy rang through marble corridors like bells at midsummer. King Edmund rose, eyes shining. Ask what you will. Half my treasury is yours. Adam lowered his gaze. Sire, I acted without thought of gain. Grant me only leave to return home. The king smiled, understanding that some spirits cannot be bought. Then ride with honor, he decreed. A silk banner for your door, a purse of seed pearls for your wife, and an escort to guard your spice-laden horse. Princess Zara unclasped a silver necklace set with a single sapphire. Give this to the woman who waits for you, she said softly. Tell her courage and kindness travel together. At sunrise, Adam led his horse through the northern gate. Behind him, towers gleamed. Ahead, the road curved southward like a promise kept. Wind carried the scent of cinnamon across the snowfields, and Adam's heart was lighter than the clouds. Along the homeward road, Adam overtook a pack of horses beset by bandits. Horses bellowed, chests of saffron lay scattered, and a merchant cried, "Help! Will no one help?" Adam's royal escorts drew their curved swords, scattered the robbers like dry leaves, and restored the silks to the shaken traders. The caravan master, a sturdy man named Henry, clasped Adam's hand. You have saved our lives, stranger. I only followed the path kindness showed me, Adam answered. When Henry learned they shared the same destination, the river city of Silver Haven, he insisted they travel together. Around night fires, Adam told of Victor's trust, the princess awakened by mountain herbs, and the pouch of pearls now sewn inside his cloak. Henry listened, nodding, and replied that he, too, had traded with Victor and knew the merchant's seal. Days later, the bell towers of Silver Haven rose against the evening sky. Adam delivered every bale of spice and yard of silk to Victor's counting house. Victor weighed the goods, found them complete, and pressed a purse heavy with gold into Adam's palm. Your honesty is rarer than any spice, he declared. Adam walked the familiar lane to his cottage. Anna flew to the gate, children clinging to her skirts. He drew the sapphire necklace from his pouch and fastened it round her throat. Starlight seemed to bloom beneath her collarbones. When she heard the tale of the northern princess, tears of gratitude sparkled like the gem itself. The very next morning, Henry appeared, cap in hand. Adam, I would share my pack horses with you. A man whose heart is richer than his purse is worth more than any capital. Before Adam could answer, Victor strode through the doorway. I came for the same purpose. Let us three weave our fortunes together. So honesty became the first coin in their common treasury. Adam gave thanks beneath the cypress tree where once he had shared his last bread. Weeks passed. One market day, Adam glimpsed an elder whose beard he recognized. Jacob, the traveler he had aided at the roadside. He ran forward. Grandfather, have you found your son? Jacob's eyes kindled. Because of your kindness, the path's opened. My son waits at the inn. We are journeying home together. They embrace, and passers-by smiled to see joy so simply shared. Adam's name grew fragrant as cinnamon throughout the market squares. Yet where praise rises, envy creeps behind. A clever trader named Conrad watched customers crowd Adam's stall and felt his own heart sour. How does this former laborer outshine me? He muttered. Conrad disguised himself in ragged robes. For the sake of the stars, help me. He whined at Adam's counter. My children are hungry. Adam placed coins in the false beggar's palm without hesitation. Conrad, astonished, retreated to plot a harder test. He sent his companion Roland to borrow 50 gold marks, promising never to repay. Adam handed over the sum, blessing the forthcoming wedding. Months slipped by. Roland kept silent. When Adam's apprentice urged him to demand payment, Adam replied, a gift given in need must not become a chain. Still unsatisfied, Conrad forged a bill bearing Adam's name and brought it before Judge Abraham, claiming Adam had cheated him of merchandise. The judge summoned both men. Adam studied the counterfeit signature and said mildly, these are not my strokes. Yet if this man insists, I will pay, for peace is dearer than silver. Judge Abraham's brows rose. Before he could speak, Victor burst in. "I witnessed the forgery being plotted," he declared. Conrad's cheeks blanched. His deceit crumbled like dry clay. He fell to his knees, confessed his jealousy, and begged forgiveness. Adam lifted him up. "Brother, envy darkens the heart that feeds it. Let us share light instead." Conrad wept, and the courtroom tasted the sweetness of mercy. That evening Adam prayed beneath the stars. "May every path I walk plant seeds of kindness." Years turn like well-oiled cartwheels. Adam, Victor, and Henry's trade pack horses reached distant seas. Their warehouses brimmed with amber and indigo. Yet each Friday Adam stood at the city gate, distributing bread to the poor. His sons Oscar and Arthur beside him, learning that the richest purse is an open hand. One quiet dawn Adam knelt in the house of prayer while the first light painted the marble arches gold. The caretaker stepped forward. "Friends, our city needs a home for orphan children. Who will help raise it?" When prayers ended Adam approached him. "I will build it. Every wall and every window." "Adam, the cost is great, and every coin was lent to me by the stars. Let me return the gift." Work began at once. Adam came daily, carrying bricks as readily as he carried hope. One afternoon he noticed an aged laborer whose trembling hands could scarcely lift a trowel. "Grandfather," Adam said gently, "this labor is too heavy for your years." The old man straightened with pride. "My name is Carl. I have 2 daughters yet unmarried. I must earn their bread." Memory tugged Adam back to nights when his own children whimpered with hunger. He laid a hand on Carl's shoulder. "From today you will watch over the courtyard, not the stones. A fair wage and dowries for your daughters are written in my ledger." Carl wept, and the walls seemed to rise more swiftly for the joy within them. At last the orphanage stood complete, white stone gleaming like a promise kept. The whole city gathered. Judge Abraham, Victor, Conrad, Oscar, merchants, masons, widows, children. Banners fluttered. Drums sounded. When the ribbon fell, Abraham spoke. "This house will shelter generations yet unborn. Adam has built a river of mercy that will never run dry." As applause rolled across the square, a staff tapped the stones. An elderly traveler approached. Jacob, the very man Adam had fed beside the road when his own purse was empty. Adam caught him in an embrace. "Father of my fate, you came. I heard the city rejoice and knew the source." Jacob answered, eyes twinkling, "But I am no common wanderer." He touched his face, and suddenly the air shimmered with rose-gold light. Wings of opal unfolded. His rags became a mantle woven from moonlight. A hush fell over the crowd. "I am an ancient watcher," the being said, voice gentle as dew. "The broken will, the sick healer, the sleeping princess. Each was a trial of destiny. You chose mercy every time, and mercy has chosen you." Anna pressed her hands to her heart. "I always told him. Kindness finds its own reward." The radiant watcher laid a hand on Adam's head. "Remember, every seed of good you drop into the river travels farther than you can dream." With that, the light folded inward like a blossom closing at dusk, and the watcher was gone. No one moved until a breeze rustled the flags overhead. Then, one by one, they came to touch Adam's sleeve, certain they had brushed against eternity. Conrad stepped forward, tears bright on his cheeks. "You forgave me when I sought to shame you. Today you have shown me the face of hope." Victor added, "We are fortunate to call you friend." That night Adam prayed with his sons beneath the cypress. Wealth comes and goes like caravan bells, but kindness is the road itself. Walk it, and every destination will open to you. Years later, when silver streaked his beard, Adam gave his warehouses, gardens, and counting houses to widows, scholars, and wayfarers. On the day his breath grew shallow, he whispered to Oscar and Arthur, "Plant orchards whose fruit you will never eat. That is the truest harvest." The whole city followed his bier. An old woman laid a bridal veil upon it. Her daughter had married because of Adam's dowry. A schoolboy dropped a slate. He was teacher now because Adam had paid his fees. Merchants carried bolts of silk. Adam had taught them to trade without deceit. They buried him on a hillside overlooking the river. On the simple stone they carved, "Here lies Adam, who gave when he had nothing, and received when he needed nothing." Kindness is the only currency that never devalues. And every spring, when the orphanage garden bursts into bloom, children weave circlets of white blossoms and lay them on his grave, remembering that the poorest man taught the city the richest art, to give, and to keep giving, until the river returns to the sea.